Hello there viewers, good day to you guys. Welcome back to the channel. Glad you guys are here. Today we're going to begin the long and arduous process of pulling down the cylinder heads on this Jeep 3.6 liter. This thing has a dead cylinder misfire on number 6, but only at idle. We did a leak down test on it and found out that the air pressure is escaping the combustion chamber and then leaving through the exhaust. Now, that's a one of two things type of situation. It's an exhaust valve leak or maybe a crack in the cylinder head, but it's probably just a valve seat on one of these two valves here. There's number 1 exhaust valve and number 2 exhaust valve is right behind it. Cam lobes look good. It's not a cam issue. Like I said, we took all the rockers out of this. That way all 4 of those valves are closed. Put the leak down tester on it, and it's got a 65 to 70% leak down on cylinder number 6. We have a definite cylinder head problem. So because of that, we have to pull this whole engine down. All the front accessories, timing cover, timing chains, this valve cover on this side, battery's got to come out, fuse block has to come out, probably this right here, air box has to come out, and then we can get the cylinder heads off of this unit to send them to the repair shop for repair. So let's get started. We've got a long process ahead of us here. Stay tuned. This is going to be a very good teardown video. Yeah, let's get the air filter out of here. That's nasty. We have crispy critters living in the air box. That's not good. Little rat poops everywhere. Get rid of this. Probably going to get a new air filter. The old one's full of dookie. That's right. I said dookie on the internet. Yeah, it's that kind of a day. Let's go ahead and get the rest of this battery here disconnected. That's corroded and tight. Gross. And negative's already off. Let's get the positive out of the way, and we'll remove the wedge holding the battery down and get this thing pulled out. We have to pull this whole tray out of here in order to get the valve cover off. Come out! Stuck. Become unstuck, please. Yeah, that's on there good. There we go. And down there, 10 mil for the wedge. Come out, please. Oh, it's still threaded in. There we are. Come out, battery. That thing's jammed in there nice. Like, I need to take this evap solenoid thing off of here. Can't get the battery to come out. That's a long one that I didn't have to take out yet because this solenoid just clips onto that. That was oversight. Just a little bit. Put this over here for now. You stay right there. Let's try this again. There. My battery. Park you right there so you can discharge properly on the concrete. Let's start tinkering with our Tippum. Let's get the power cable disconnected here. 13 millimeters. Very good. So we have 4 tabs that hold this fuse block into its base. We'll just push those guys in, pull up on it. 4, pull up on it. Yeah, on the back, there's a series of these lever locking type of connectors. Let's just pull these guys all loose. A lot going on in here, isn't there? Another one. They're all color-coded, so you cannot get them backwards. That one's in there good. Oh, you know, speaking of Jeeps, update on the other Jeep. We're on day 5 of the dealership not calling me back. I called them again this morning. The manager lady said she told the service advisor to call me. And the service advisor, he called. And then he was like, hey, what's going on? And I told him, and he said, okay, well, why am I calling you? And I said, I don't know. And that was it. There we go. Tippum, disconnected. Totally integrated power module. Yeah, so after the service advisor called me and was like, hey, why am I calling you? And I said, hey, I don't know. Why are you calling me? He said, I don't know, let me find out. And then the next day, the manager lady that I talked to, she wasn't there. So then I called her cell phone today, and then she said, hey, didn't the one guy call you? And I said, yeah, but he didn't know why. And I'm like, we're still left with a situation where I paid for a brand new part and got not that. So what are we gonna do? And then she said, I don't know, let me call someone else. And I said, that's great, let's all just get in the same room together and we can talk this out. And she has not called me back yet. I gotta say, I'm starting to not feel the love, to tell you the truth. Not feeling the love. So I was looking at the comments on that other Jeep situation, and everyone's like, sue the dealership, file a lawsuit. And it's like, no, we don't do that. We're not doing that. Number one, their lawyers are way more well paid than mine, okay? Number two, if I was gonna go file a lawsuit, I would spend $20,000 to pay the lawyer to do the lawsuit thing, seeking damages for $900. So that's already not great. It would have to be done in the civil court. It's not criminal. Unless I could prove it to be criminal, but I can't disprove negligence in this situation, so there's no criminal intent. And again, I'm not interested in such things. It's just not a good way to spend energy. Now, there are other ways to escalate situations without having the lawyers go do it for you. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do that. That's just not good business by any metric. Plus, that eats up a lot of time and energy and effort that I don't want to spend. Okay, wires disconnected. The aftermarket stuff is kind of out of the way. Let's get these bolts that hold this battery tray box and firewall removed next. These big nuts right here. Big old fat nuts. There's a straggler in there somewhere. It's hiding below the treats for the crispy critters. Found it. Right down there. Slippage. Got it. Look, there's another one under this power steering line, so we have to take the reservoir out. Now we can get to that bolt right there. Finish taking this box out. This box is even more fun to put back in. Aha, we're getting closer. Okay, let's get some hoses disconnected from these hard lines here. Let's walk the spring clamps back. There we go. Get a hold of the rubber. Let's give it a bit of a twist. We'll break the bond. stick a hose in here and try to suction out some more of the coolant. Yeah, now we're cooking. I'm using my little fluid extraction tank. That guy down there, that's working nice like. Yeah, watch that lower hose right there. It's gonna start suctioning up. It's coolant making its way out of the tube. Yep, look at that. Pulling it into a vacuum. Nice. Continuing evacuation. What do we lose? Another gallon or so out of this? I think we're about done. Nope, still going. That'll do for now. Powering down. Okay. See at the bottom end of this, we got another clamp right here. Another hose. Give it a couple little twists, she'll pop right out. There we go. The clamp won't get past the flare on the end of that metal barb. Do 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 do, just dance. Nice. A lot of effort for one little hose. Let's get this connecting connector disconnected. See, it's gonna pry off this bracket. And then I don't know how this, oh, here we go. There's a tab, and yeah, just one tab. So I think this thing slides back to release. Yeah, clever connector. I like that. Okay, let's get this bracket thing off of here. Next one. Okay, I spent some time getting a lot of these wires disconnected and all the rest of the plugs. We can skip that. It's 20 minutes of inconsequential operation. I'll pull these coils back out of here. Get rid of these guys for now. These are mine. Now, in order to get this valve cover off, we have to pull out the camshaft position sensor. It's this guy over here. It's got a, I think, a Torx 35. Mosquito! Gravity. Mosquito gravity. Yes. That would have taken a long time by hand. Tires. There she is, one camshaft position sensor. This sensor will actually read both camshafts. It's a dual sensor, 2-in-1. There's I believe 4 circuits in there, 2 for this side and 2 for that side. Okay, we need to get this PCV valve off first. It's on the back of the cylinder head. There's a little rubber elbow right there, and it goes up to this tube here. That has to come off because it engages the end of the camshaft. I'll show you when I get it apart. Please come off, you. Trim tool, pry bar. There we go. I was pulling up on it, and that was stretching out the rubber and making it squeeze harder. So since I pushed on it from the bottom, that helped the thing slide off. Yeah, there's the boot. Not torn, it came off without damage. So in order to get that PCV valve out, there's 2 bolts. They are, I believe, Torx 25 Torx bits. We need to take this little guy, bend the head around at an angle so we can work the fastener from over here, because there is virtually no space in there. I've got enough to get the tool on it and then use my finger to hold the fastener. If you don't know the method to get this out, it can be a real pain in the badoosie, because even using regular Torx tools, they're like 3 or 4 times longer than this, and that really eats up your space back there. The first one of these I did, it took me like an hour to figure out how to get it out. And if you don't have all that battery stuff out of the way, you're gonna have an even harder time getting out. I just dropped the screw. It hit the ground though, I heard it. We'll fetch that later. So then the bottom bolt on this PCV, we reach around the back side of the thing, back side of the head here, find the head of the bolt somewhere, and then there it is. Take it loose again. I know you guys can't see. I'm fully well aware of this, but I'm trying to make this work here. So the fastener's loose, got it in the fingertips, spinning it out, and then that valve pops out from the back of the valve cover and off the back of the cam. You shall see. There's one of the little screws. Please tell me there's just 2 and not 3 in this. Okay, yep, 2 and not 3, and then a bunch of stuff just fell out. Oh, a dirt dauber nest. Spiders! There's spiders living inside of the dirt dauber nest. That's, oh, that was on my hand. Nasty. But hey, at least they were dead spiders and not live spiders. There we go. There is our PCV valve. This little seal here engages the end of the cam. I always replace these because this is kind of brittle. This one's not too bad, but they get worse. These things will tear. You take them apart and then you'll have a leak. So this is going to get replaced. This one's probably still good, but I'm changing it. That's the way. Okay, let's mosey on around over here and get this thing to crack loose. There's sealant on it. It's glued on pretty hardcore. We had a tough time with this other side. It's almost out of here. I don't know what we hung up on. All these stupid hoses that I can't take off. That's what we're stuck on. Yeah, there's a evap hose right here. That's going around to the back, and I don't have the reach space to get that one to disconnect yet. Have to flex that some. This is why this job calls like for 4.5 hours to do the valve cover gaskets. It's savage. It's just pure savage engineering. Wow. Okay, next it's time to get this backwards alternator and the belt and the front accessories off. So we have a 1/2-inch drive ratchet over here. We need to engage the very large tensioner assembly. It's like a hydraulic actuator down there, and then this tensioner deal pivots on that bolt in order to put pressure on the pulley. So we need to overcome that hydraulic tensioner. You guys hang out right here. I'm going to give this a push. We're going to stiff arm it and kind of lean on it because it is hydraulic, so we're going to have to get rid of some of the pressure, and we got to ease into it a little bit. We can't just jam it down in there and hope for the best. We got to kind of push steady pressure, and it'll slowly release. Not that slow. Let me get a better angle here. Change my angles of my danglies. Yeah, I'm leaning into it. A little bit of motion. There we go. See that? Now it let go. Slide it off of that guy. Release. Now we can take the tensioner off. Okay, 13 mil on the electron gun. Neutral drop. Let's see if this does it. Aha! Battery's dead. slow battery here. That is the improper way to use this tool. It's not an impact tool. It's a speed tool. Okay. And there's our tensioning unit. There appears to be 3 bracket bolts in this nader, 2 here and 1 over there. Let's pull these guys out. It's 113, then the others are 15. Slippage, bad. Okay. Other side, uno más. Oh no, there's 4. There's another little bolt down there. I didn't see that one. There's 4 bolts on this alternator. Ooh, that's a big one. That's what she said. Okay, let's pull the belt off the pulley. Another big one. There we go, that's our nader. Oh, now this is something special right here. So we've got a belt that's captured by this bracket, and it looks like you can't even get that between the two. That's, how are you supposed to change the belt on this? Take the whole thing apart? Yeah, that's how you got to do it. Let's not mess around. I'm just gonna take this bracket off. 2 different size bolts. That's awesome for serviceability. Yeah, 13 and a 17. Nice. Yeah, there we go. And just like that, we can almost think about getting the belt out. Except for it's stuck down there. There we go. Got it! Yay! Victory is at hand! So, put this down there with the rest of the parts. The bolts are staying with the components. Okay, time for this upper hose, and we'll get this thermostat and housing pulled out of there. I pulled the clamp back already, so we should just be able to not get that to come off. Come out. Yeah, nice and easy. Okay, 10 mil on the 2 fasteners here for the thermostat. Two or 3? I think it's just 2. Yes. Stay right there. Bolt. Other bolt. Beautiful. Oh, wonderful. Look. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4 YF system, and that is amazing because I just bought the machine to service this with. Yes, now I get to use my new machine. I only used it once. Yeah, let's go fire up the new AC machine. I'm gonna recover all that because the compressor has to come off, and I think I'm just gonna take it off entirely, remove the lines, and stick those off to the side instead of just trying to leave the thing hanging. Okay, new machine. First time power on, maybe second time. I think we powered it on once to register it. Let's get her hooked up. Oh, nice. Nice and clean too. Let's get this water housing removed. It bolts on, I think, to, I think that's just timing cover. But I'm gonna remove it. We have a whole seal kit and a timing kit ordered for this thing as well. I skipped a couple pulleys. Leave the bolts in it. And a short bolt and a long bolt. And a hidden bolt. That's why the pulleys came off this guy. Long one too. So very carefully pry this guy off. Do I have all the bolts? It was flexing like I don't have all the bolts. I think I do. Did I miss one down here? No. Hit the ground and my foot, so that one's fine. Ooh, please don't fall. I don't want to drop all these fasteners everywhere. I'm trying to do this and keep them organized. Good. Very good. Cool, I only lost two. Just go ahead and get the gasket out of there. Don't need you. That's stuck on. Nice. Look at that. Not reusing that. Okay, my next victim here is going to be this lower radiator hose. I'm going to get that off of the water pump housing right here and then pull the water pump out of the unit. And the machine is still deciding whether it's going to service the AC or not. It's thinking about it. Try that again. There's a drain bucket down there to catch the spillages. There we go. Ooh, Skinnered. Right on, Troy. So I need to rethink my life real quick. There's a bolt behind this crank pulley that I need to get off of here, but I can't get a gun into this because this fan business is in the way. So we need to stop and regroup and take the fan assembly out. That's held in with some 10 mil fasteners, maybe an 8. Yeah, it looks like an 8. But yeah, this whole fan, I gotta get the fan assembly out of it next, just to fit the gun in there to get that crank bolt off. So we got an 8, a slot, a connector, a hose right here. Just shove that down into the fan for now. There you go in there. Unplug that. Okay. You see, we have to adapt to unknown circumstances. What is the way? Around here on the driver's side. Doesn't fit in there. Nothing fits in there. Come on. Adapting again with a wobble extension to get past that AC line. There we go. One fan assembly, remove, and into the pile. There, now we can get a gun down in the hole. Get it. It's all about the mass. There we go. Cool, crank bolt removed. Now, memory serves, that slides right out. Yep, got the little Woodruff key right there. That's what keeps it in sync. Ooh, leaking everywhere from the inside. Yeah, the inside of this had oil all inside of it. Look at that. We'll put some silicone on that on the way back in. You have a harmonic balancer leaking engine oil. There, now we can get to some water pump bolts. Multiple. These ones I know are I think are all the same length. So I am just gonna yank them out. Put them in a pile. They're not the same length. I knew wrong. Great. That is not a problem. Just do the same procedure as a little bypass deal. So I'll take the short ones with me. Gravity, got it. I see where it went. We're good. Now if you're in the fast lane. Okay, prying tool. Coming in right here. Okay, I see another bolt. Got a straggler. It's hiding behind the water pump pulley. Those will get you. Gonna get you, get you, get you. One way or another. Wow. Come on. Well, there's our pump. Oh, there's the gasket. So we have the system here discharged. I've got a gun on the AC lines at the compressor. Pull these bolts out of the manifold connections at the AC compressing unit. We'll get the lines off and we'll throw those like up here somewhere and get them out of the way. AC bolt. What a mess. What an unorganized mess. Man. Get on there. Okay, lines are removed from the compressor. Just gonna stuff them on the side of the steering column or something. Maybe zip tie them over here. Stick that in there. Okay. Down here with a wrench, getting the lower compressor bolts removed. There are 4 of them. Something just fell. What was that? Hit the ground. Piece of plastic? Yeah, I just saw something fall from like right here. Anyway, I'm pulling off these compressor bolts. You get the bottom ones first because we can't see those ones. The ones on the top, those are easy to get to. So we'll get the hard ones first. That way we don't have the weight of the compressor working against us when we try to get the bottom units out. Now the one in the back at the bottom, it's coming out. It's not in the block anymore, but there's something hitting it, so it won't come out all the way like this one. So we'll just leave that on the compressor for the time being. right there. Yeah, I think it's hitting like a heat shield or something down there. Spin that guy around. Hitting the steering shaft, so that stays in the compressor. Going around again to get the proper dangle angles. Unclick. Yeah. All right, so now I'm gonna hold this compressor back with one hand, try to pick up on it so I can get this guy out. No, I can't turn it. There's weight on it. Here. You guys move over some. Can't get a straight shot on it either. Man, wobbly bits for the win. They drive me around corners. There we go. Ooh, buddy, come on out. Okay. All the bolts are here, except for the one. This goes right there. We'll leave it upright so the oil doesn't drain out. One bolt. Right there. Stay. Hey, it's getting pretty clean in here now. We're running out of parts to take off. We have some bolts on this power steering bracket that I have found. One on the bottom. Come here, bolt. That's one of the power steering units. And then there are going to be two more right here on the top side. Just gonna take the whole bracket out. It's probably gonna fall down. Okay, this, you've got a, ooh, there's a cable connected to it. I need to pry that out. Yeah. See if we can get to it from here. Yeah, it's just pressed into the aluminum. It's just there to, it's a bracket for the cable. There. That's out of the way. Beautiful. Now it's back in the way. Unbeautiful. Yeah, I might need to zip tie this over here too. Okay. Everything looks clear on this side. Pretty good. Let's start pulling the timing cover off this bad boy. Unequal length bolts, 2 long ones and 2 short ones. And you guys ask me a lot, how do I know where the bolts go all the time? Usually things are all equal length bolts and it's the same bolt design. Not in Pentastar land. So we got, looks like 1 short one and 3 long ones. Alright, game on. Let's get these timing cover bolts off of here. Now look, another captured bolt you can't get to. Right there. You gotta take that little cover deal off. Everything's in layers. This is nothing-noid. This is a nothing-noid. It's a place where there used to be maybe a tensioner. I don't know what they're doing over there at Chrysler Stellantis land, but this is dumb. Forgive my change in tone. I'm becoming unhappy with the Chrysler Stellantis experience. Just got done discussing the instrument cluster on the other Jeep, and we're at an impasse. It's no one's fault. It's Chrysler's fault or the remanufacturer's fault. It's not the guy that put it in at the dealership. Don't know. No, I'm good. I don't need any more. Talking about floor mats. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna get a pry bar in here. There's a little tab here on the cover and another tab on the cylinder head. Ooh, scam caller. Hello. Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, this is Jake from USA Auto Insurance. How are you doing today?
I think I'm good. I'm good. Yes, sir, I'm good. How are you?
I'm also good. Thank you for asking me. Actually, this call is regarding to your car insurance, and I believe your name insurance.
I think it's the general. I have the general insurance, the best you can get.
No, we are working with registered companies like Geico, Allstate, State Farm.
Oh,
AAA.
the one with the lizard? The Geico, the little lizard guy, that one? I like Geico.
You have a car insurance?
Yeah, Geico.
Okay. So we are trying to... So how many cars do you have, sir?
Me, I have, hang on, one, I'm counting them. I'm in my driveway right now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars. I have 6 cars.
Okay, you are with Geico?
Yes. General Geico.
Okay, now I'm going to connect this call to my senior supervisor. He will assist you. Just stay on the line, don't hang up.
Okay, I won't hang up. You stay here. I'll stay here. Hello. Are you with Geico? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, good.
What is your zip code?
My Geico code?
What is your zip code?
Oh, zip code for mail. I'm sorry. 3, 4,
Yes.
2, 0, 8.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now
Is that
I'm
it?
going to connect this call to my
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Talking to Geico.
Can you repeat me your zip code?
Yes, I can. The zip code is 3, 4, 2,
Yes.
2,
Yes.
8.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You are highly qualified from my side.
Okay. He hung up. He hung up. He hung up right there. As soon as I saw the 2 zip codes, the next one was 34228. Oh man. Hey, at least I wasted like 3 minutes of someone else's time. I'll take that. I wasted 3 minutes of a scammer's time. That's 3 minutes that he did not spend scamming somebody else, and that is time well worth it. Or time well spent, rather. It would have been time well spent, I think. Yeah. So anyway, let's try to pry this cover off. It's starting to flex a little at the top. Just a little bit of steady pressure. Okay, we are flexing at the top, but it's not wanting to break free around this area. Make sure there's no hidden bolts in here or anything. No. On the left side now. Oh, here we go. Hey, and it moved without a snap. Nice. It's working. All right, it's cracked loosey-goosey. We're about to peel this unit away. I bet the timing stuff is in pretty good shape. We're gonna redo the tensioners at the very least while this is apart. I'm not putting 5,000 mile old timing chains, tensioners back in service. Who are you stuck on? Yeah, buddy, there she is. There's our cover unit. Some gasket material in there. Most of this is just RTV sealant. Big old glob of it right there, look at that. Big old pile of sealant. Okay, gasket here. More sealant here. Sealant on the bottom. Crank seal in the front. Okay. Put this in the pile over here. That's your new home for now. Let's see what the rest of this business looks like. See, here's a gasket that I need to make sure goes back in. Comes with the kit. These chains and guides look all right. This motor's clean in here. I like this. Yeah, that's the wire for the oil pump solenoid down inside of the in the oil pan. Pull some sealant out. Yeah, this is looking pretty spiffy in here. I'm cool with this. Sorry, the tensioner on the chain. It's been pushed out quite a bit. What if we have some chain stretch going on at the same time? Okay. Well, guys, I'm calling this one to be a good stopping point. I think we've been hunkered down inside of here for about 6 hours now. So I think I'm calling it good. Decent stopping point. We've got her kind of stripped down. Tomorrow and or the next video, we're gonna get this thing rolled over so everything's in time with #1 TDC on the crank, and then we'll pull the chains out of it. I can get the cams out of it, and then we'll pull the exhaust off, knock out the head bolts and the oil cooler assembly, and then we can get these heads off to the machine shop. But all of that will have to be postponed for your viewing pleasure because it is end of day around here and I am going home. So that being said, guys, thank you for watching. We're gonna shut it down and button it up. Catch y'all in the next one. See you in the comment section, and most importantly, have yourselves a fantastic day. See you guys later. End of video, end of day, end of Jeep, end of transmission.